Hello everyone, this is the pre-market report video for today May 16th in the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. Today, I believe it's important to understand what happened yesterday since it was a really positive day in Indian market despite its very negative global cues during the weekend. To be honest, the positivity was not started in India, it was started in Japan. First of all, Japanese three major auto companies, Honda, Toyota and Nissan released the very good earnings. Along with that, Bank of Japan signals the ultra dovish monetary policy. This made the Japanese index to trade positive of near 1%. Then initially before our market opening, Chinese market was significantly down, but there too there was a signal that there will be a policy easing and financial stimulus for reviving the Chinese economy. This made the Shanghai Composite from down of near 1% to close positive of over 1% in the second half. So basically yesterday its Asian market led the rally. Thus in comparison both Nifty and Sensex increased only around 0.5%. For that, here I am not taking away the local good things. Good consumer inflation number that released on last Friday after market hours did support at the market. In addition, yesterday at 12 p.m. Ministry of Commerce released the wholesale inflation and the data came as negative 0.92% against 1.34% increase in the March month. It means the wholesale price is near 1% less compared to the year ago price. As I said in most of my video, wholesale inflation helps to project the future consumer inflation and the demand of the economy. Just remember, in stock market, everything is a context and unique. If the wholesale inflation is negative in Western economy, then it denotes the sluggishness in the demand. Whereas in case of India, it improves the profit margin of the companies since investors knows and pretty confident that there is no problem for demand sluggishness in India. So only, unlike China, this negative wholesale inflation contributed positive for India. Basically, it flows with the momentum. About institutional, yesterday both turned as net buyers. I mean, for the 13th consecutive day, FII net bought shares worth approximately 1685 crore rupees and DII2 net bought shares worth approximately 190 crore rupees. About sectors, as I said in the last pre-market video, power generation brings down the IIP growth rate. Thus, only power sector closed red and all others closed positive. Moving on, after the Indian market close, all three US major index opened flat. After a little volatility, all three index moved to the positive region and closed positive. I mean, there is no significant event in US, but there was a sign of progress in debt ceiling issue. As there was an announcement that US President Biden is going to meet with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and other top congressional leaders tonight, again to find a solution to the debt ceiling standoff. Here, because of lack of event and 2 weeks of consolidation in Dow Jones, made this small thing to impact the US market into bullish. In addition, Intel announced that they are teaming up with BCG to build the enterprise grade AI. Thus, Intel and to some all semiconductor stocks were really positive. Anyway, at the end of the day, Dow Jones up marginally 0.14%, S&P 500 was up 0.3% and Nasdaq increased 0.66%. VIX remains unchanged. Then about oil, in the week at Canada, there were 21 places where the wildfire was caught up and becomes uncontrollable. Thus, the government displaced more people and that now risking the closure of oil production plants. Because of this supply tightening worries, oil price increased over 1.5%. At the time of this video, WTI crude oil is trading around $71.5 US per barrel and Brent crude oil was trading near $75.5 US per barrel. Regarding Indian areas, both the banks in US market, ICICI and HDFC Bank closed marginally positive in line with Indian market, as most of the time we know it's not the leading indicator. However, in case of IT stocks in both Wipro and Infosys, it closed near positive of 1.5%, approximately 0.5% more than that of the Indian market. Reason we will discuss in a moment, but for now, remember IT stocks in US was more bullish comparatively. About Asia's Nifty, 3 AM Indian Standard Time, it ended the trading at 18,450. At present, the premium dropped to 20 points which is kind of indicating 30 points positive gap up opening. So that's what happened in the global market. Now let's move to the India related info. The first info I like to highlight is about the windfall tax. As of yesterday, Indian government maintained the windfall tax on petrol, diesel and aviation turbine fuel at 0. Additionally, on top of it, the windfall tax on petroleum crude has been reduced from 4,100 rupees per ton to 0. This change will be effective from today. Here, I am guessing there will be no more windfall tax on any product. Then the second info I like to highlight is about the service trade data in April, which again our Commerce Ministry released in the aftermarket hours. India's service export, which is nothing but IT export, it increases to $30.36 billion US dollars from less than $25 billion US dollars a year ago. This new April record service export made our trade deficit to drop around just $1 billion US dollars. We all know April falls on the next following quarter, which means this can be positive for our IT stocks in the upcoming quarter. And as I said, mostly service export is nothing but an IT export. So that's the reason I believe IT stocks closed more positive than in Indian market. As a summary, US market looks marginally bullish and same in banks ADR. Yeshish Nifty indicating the gap up opening of near 30 points. However, market can be more positive due to the removal of windfall tax and service export. Then about the things to look out. Bharti Airtel, Bank of Baroda, Indian Oil Corporation and Jindal Steel are some of the major Indian companies' earnings results are scheduled to release today. And in terms of macro, first before our market opening, bunch of Chinese economic data such as retail sales, unemployment and industrial production growth rate etc. are scheduled to release. As I said yesterday, these data are very important. Similarly, Europe's GDP, economic sentiment and employment data are due in the afternoon today. Then in the night, very important US retail sales data and Walmart earnings are the things we need to look out. Coming to technical, yesterday Nifty traded higher throughout the session and closed at the 21-week high. Thus, on the daily chart, it forms the reasonable positive candle with upper and lower shadow. This pattern indicates a formation of a high wave type candle pattern at the highs. At present, considering the momentum, the index is likely to hit 18,500 soon. The next key hurdle with a crucial support is at 18,200 levels. Since on the daily chart, the momentum indicators MACD at present maintaining the positive crossover above the equilibrium line and the RSI value is at 71 levels also confirms the bullish trend. However, not really but kind of still there is some resistance at 18,400. So breaking decisively 18,400 can push the Nifty further above 18,600. Then in case of Bank Nifty, it managed to close just above the psychological level of 44,000 which is a positive indication and also it forms the 3 outside up candlestick pattern which indicates the bullishness continuation. However, it's trading very close to all-time high value 44,151. So that acts as the immediate hurdle to pass above. Even yesterday, it just fell short of just 0.1 point. Anyway, moving on. For Nifty, from option change in open interest, there was a significant call option unwinding at 18,300 and good number of new put options added at above 18,300. So, based on the opening, 18,300 can act as the immediate support. Then from overall options open interest data, 18,500 got the maximum call options followed by 18,600. So 18,500 is the immediate resistance and 18,600 is the strong resistance. Then coming to Bank Nifty, based on overall options open interest data, the maximum call option open interest is present at 44,000 but at the same place there were significant put options as well. So the next nearby call option open interest without put option is present at 44,500. So 44,500 is the resistance to break. Regarding put option open interest, 43,500 is the mark that got significant put options with some call option open interest. Thus 43,500 is the immediate support. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video so it will help me beat the algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment decision based on this as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing it for my and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.